Okay, today we're going to be talking about proportions. We're going to be creating some proportions. A proportion is just simply a statement that shows two ratios are equal. They are proportional. So I could say that 1 to 2 is the same as 3 to 6. 1/2 is equal to 3/6. This is a proportion. They are equal to one another. So here I want to create a table of proportions or proportional ratios. My first ratio is 3 to 4 or 3/4. So I want to create a proportion that would have 6 as the numerator. Well, how did I go from 3 to 6? I multiplied by 2. I can do the same thing to the denominator of 4. 4 times 2 is 8. And create a new ratio. This ratio is proportional to 3/4. 3/4 and 6/8 are the same thing. So now going back to my original ratio, how did I go from 3 to 9? I multiplied by 3. So I could multiply 4 times 3 and get 12. 3/4 is the same thing as 9/12. 3/4 is the same thing as 6/8. 6/8 is the same thing as 9/12. These are all proportional. So let's build one more. How did I go from 3 to 12? I multiplied by 4. So I can multiply my denominator of 4 by 4 and get 16. Go back to your original ratio to create your new ratios, and they will be proportional to one another. So let's try it one more time. This time, let's create a table of proportions, and we'll make all of our ratios proportional to 2/5. So, how did I go from 2 to 4? I took 2 times 2 and got 4. So I can do the same thing to my denominator and say 5 times 2 is 10. 2/5 is the same as 4/10. How did I go from 2 to 6? I took 2 times 3. Whatever I do to the numerator, I'll also do to the denominator. So 5 times 3 is 15. How did I go from 2 to 8? I took 2 times 4. Doing the same thing to the denominator, I can say 5 times 4 is 20. 2/5 is the same thing as 4/10, same thing as 6/15, same thing as 8/20. They all mean the same amount.